Like you see here, you'll need a wooden rib, rubber rib, wooden knife, needle tool, a rake, a sponge, a ruler, a short glaze bottle, dowels, a ruler, and a cup of water, and a rolling pin. You're going to take your block and flatten it. I like to bang it on the table here on both ends and flip it over and over, and then I'll take my fist and flatten it some more. You want to get this pretty close to about half an inch to 3/4 of an inch. Next step is that you're going to take your template and you're going to roll your slab as long as the template. Check this out. I'm about to roll this real fast. Super fast. Alright, you want to use your template. Check it again. Take your dowels. Your dowels control the width of your slab, making sure that it's even all throughout. Keep on measuring using that template. See, I keep on lining it up. I want to make sure that I get this correct. And on this part here, I'm walking away. I'm thinking about what I'm going to eat. I think I want some Popeye's chicken. Maybe I want some El Toro. I'm getting hungry. I'm looking for a burrito in the cabinet. I didn't find it. I'm walking away. And I think I'm just going to get another tool. The tool I was looking for was a spear tool. And so I actually like this tool. When I use this tool, I like to pull the blade towards me. But don't get too emo and cut yourself. And now switch over to the other side. I'll put that clay aside. Switch to the other side, pull the blade towards me again. Just take your time. Make sure you hold that template. Move your fingers while you slide the blade all the way through. Make sure that template doesn't move. Line it up again. Switch hands. Hold the template down. Slide. Slide your hand down. And repeat. Try to cut as straight as you can using that template. Now, I'm going to mark the black line here on the template. I'm going to show you on that template. There's an arrow, a black line. Draw a line on your clay. Go ahead, use the straight edge of the ruler and line it up against the cut from the template. Draw a straight line, cut all the way through. Make sure you put that blade towards the edge of that ruler. Put these clays aside. You'll use some of that later on. And you're going to try to separate it. If you didn't get to cut through all the way like I did, don't try to rip it off. Go ahead, run the blade through it one more time. Put the base aside. That square side will be for your base. Take some newspaper. You're going to go ahead, wrap this up so that some of that newspaper can absorb some of the moisture from your slab. You're going to want to do this while you cut out your base. Go ahead, open up your newspaper. You will sandwich it in there like a quesadilla or a burrito. Put it aside. We'll go ahead, we'll take our square base. Put your short glaze bottle. Make sure that you don't cut at an angle, cut straight up and down. Hold that bottle down. Trace it all the way around. And then take your spear tool, and you don't want to hold it at an angle. You want to cut it vertically. Try to cut it as straight as you can. Just trace that circle. Take your time when you're cutting it. This is and fast forward. You're going to take some water, polish the sides, smoothen it. On this next step here, I'm just going to test fit the template and take my slab, fit it all the way around, make sure it fits, make sure it's long enough, and I'm going to go ahead and slice it to the right fit, make sure that it fits and that there isn't any gap. Slip score the base, slip and score the contact points on the walls. There should be 3 sides that you are slip and scoring. Attach it together, compress it together. In this part, you're going to go ahead and mend the surface using a wooden knife or a popsicle stick. You're going to start off by mending the base. Look at this. I'm mending this real fast. I'm super fast, like Usain Bolt. You're going to mend the sides. Make sure that you mend it very well. You're going to go ahead and mend the inside along the walls. You're going to take a piece of clay, roll that coil, baby. Coil poppy. You're going to insert that coil on the base where the wall attaches to the base. Use your wooden knife to mend that coil into the seam so it doesn't leak any fluid once we fire this piece. Use some water. If it gets too dry, mend it. Try to get it real smooth. You go ahead and polish the sides because I've handled this for quite some time and had some cracks and scratches on the surface. I'll go ahead and polish it using a wooden rib. Now for this part, I really recommend that you try and cut this yourself. Have someone help you turn that wheel. And if you're scared, of course I'll help you. Clay poppy is on the way. Go ahead and cut it. Make sure you try to cut it as even as possible. Try not to remove too much clay. Go ahead, get a paper towel, polish it, get it real nice and round and smooth. For this section, we're going to go ahead and take one of the slabs, the extra slabs that we cut out earlier. We're going to turn it into a handle. We're going to cut that and we're going to pull the rest of this. This is an old school technique that I taught a couple years ago. I haven't been teaching it the past couple years, but I'm bringing it back. It's a very good technique. It's a beautiful way to create a handle. Go ahead, make sure your hands are moist. Pull the handle down slowly. I'll have to demo this in person because it is a little bit difficult. You're going to stretch that clay thinner and thinner. You see that? Pull it like a boss. You're going to need a lot of water for this so that you don't rip that handle too thin on one part. I'm going to go ahead and drag my thumb down in the middle. Create a little channel in the center. I'll show you there. See, that's how you do it. But of course, I'm going to need to help you in person. You want to bend it into the shape of a good curve. It was a little bit too long, so I went ahead and cut it. Then thinned it out. Want to introduce that curve. Leave it there for a couple seconds. Look for a burrito. Maybe I'll find one in the cupboard. I doubt it. I didn't find any. Look on the other side of the classroom, and I found a torch. We're going to torch it. I'll help you use this torch. The torch helps to dry the form so that when we attach the handle, it doesn't change shape. Try to flip this over. It's a little bit tricky. I want to dry the inner part. So I'll use that sponge as a pillow. Didn't take too long. Now it's stiff enough to hold its shape. I'm going to find a spot on the cup to attach the handle. And I'm going to mark the area where the seam connects on the wall. I'm going to slip and score all surfaces that contact each other, the handle and the cup. Score it, add some water, attach it, Make sure you compress it on there. Really get it on there. Want to make sure that it sticks. Take your time. You're going to have to score the bottom as well, where the bottom of the handle attaches to the side wall. I'm going to go ahead and score it. You want to score both sides. Add some slip, attach it, compress it. And my favorite part always is to polish everything. Polish all the surfaces, make sure it looks good. Take a look at it twice, make sure the actual handle has a really good and strong rounded shape. Take out all the boogers, smoothen that bottom, depress the center, make sure that the bottom is not completely flat. Sign your name. CA for California. And your cup is done. Gather all your tools, make sure you wash it. Don't leave any clay on there. And double check it. Be paranoid. Because I'm going to ask you the same thing. Make good judgments about it. If you think that you should fix a certain part, make it look good. That's about it. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you soon.
2 a.m. summer night, I don't care, hand on the wheel, driving drunk, I'm doing my thing, rolling the mid beside and out, living my life, getting our dreams. I'ma do just what I want, looking ahead.